Reporting from Baltimore City Hall, I'm Kim Brown for the Real News Network. Tonight's vote about the $15 minimum wage is expected to be a very close one. 8 votes are needed to pass the measure, and it's not clear whether or not those votes are in the pocket yet.
Ordinance for the purpose of setting Baltimore City's minimum wage rate through the years 2016 through 2021.
Make a motion to refer this legislation back to committee because of an amendment that needs to be added to and requires a hearing for full understanding. I will be glad to, if I get my second, explain that if necessary. Call the vote.
Mr. President, what are we voting on? So, back to committee?
We're voting for her to send it back to committee.
Yes.
8 yes. 8 yes, 6 no, 1 pass.
Okay. The bill goes back to committee.
Lead sponsor of the bill, Councilwoman Mary Pat Clark, explains about the last-minute amendment that is sending this back to committee.
This issue, last Monday was the first time I ever knew the National League for the Blind had a problem with any amendment here. We worked with all kinds of disability groups, like People on the Go and Max and everything else. We've met with them. We worked with them. We thought our amendment was okay. They showed up, they demanded to meet, like that gentleman just a couple minutes ago, and I said, I'll meet with you, and Wednesday we met. And they insisted that it had to be clarified and that it had to be done in the original model, quote unquote, bill. And so I said, okay, I'll make a motion to send it back to be heard and to be adopted, because I don't want someone else showing up after we do this and saying they have a problem. Come one, come all, and let's get this straightened out. And I will do that. I can't guarantee that I can get the motion passed.
Labor leaders like Rakara Jones from SEIU 1199 are glad that the measure is not dead.
We understand why it happened. It had to go back to committee because it's not a complete bill. And we want to make sure, like everyone else, that a complete bill goes forward for the workers of Baltimore City. So we know it's not over. We just look at it as a little bit of a delay.
Disappointing that it's delayed?
No, because we want to make sure we get the best legislation passed. And we trust that the city council, they're going to do what's right. And we're going to get this back out of committee, and we'll get a raise for workers of Baltimore City very soon.
The unexpected amendment to include employees with disabilities is probably the reason why the $15 minimum wage measure remains alive tonight in Baltimore City. So what's going to happen is it's going to be sent back to committee. Still not clear whether or not this will be the city council to ultimately make this decision. The vote may be delayed until after the new city council is sworn in after Election Day in November. But what remains clear is the fight for 15 certainly will live to see another day here in Baltimore tonight. From City Hall for the Real News Network, I'm Kim Brown.